I will not be moving.
Shield.
And spread. And out. We will be pulling them apart this time. I will go to the...
Looks like I got D.
Change targets.
Thank you. I have almost put my Hagan up on the target that was about to become immune. That would have been sad.
I need heal.
It's going to be Blades next. We'll go to a... after this laser shot.
Share your target. They're both pretty even.
Present hospital memory. Buster coming up. Limit break. Good job.
They're both pretty even. If anything, the limit break will go on the female after. But the male's gonna die in a second.
Oh shit, the eye is in the scary spot for us. I guess we just lived through it.
Well, we have bone stacks for this. They're almost dead too, though. Kill them! Just finish them off! Limit break them or something! Do it! One of them's already dead, so limit break the other.
Oh, we got it.
We got it.
Woo!
That's how you make it spicy.
Sure!
Yeah.
Spicy!
I had that cover. Because I was like, nope. Nope, not standing in it. Not standing.
So you see where I died. I was definitely trying to run away from that eye. I
But
did not trust.
I've been like hacking because for some reason my mouthwash is making me like triggering that like scratchy throat coughing. That's why I've like had a mouth.
I thought you meant you were like hacking into the database.
No.
Database, hack into the database.
Sure, Lock Horizon, why not? But no, I've had like a mouthful of like spit that entire attempt. I couldn't talk.
Can you post that one, Kanata? That was pretty clean.
Except for the very end. But you know.
Look, I'll take it.
Except for the part where I didn't have SCT working.
I had you at 62.57, Solenza.
I don't know what that means, though.
I don't know how.
Does export to XML work?
We'll do it later. We'll worry about it later.
Let me see if I can find where that lives again. If you can tell me the path to the file, I can give it to you.
It's your username, app data, here.
Roaming advanced combat tracker.
Wow, square bracket.
I have 4 gigs of log files. I'm gonna just compress this folder real quick.
I don't want your entire folder. I only want that one log.
Look, this is compress.
I mean, we can do this later.
Yeah, I just need to find the most recent one. 127. Looks like you get all of my palace, or what is it, maps. You get to get me doing maps.
Are we gonna start implementing the GIF strat and the boss strat thing for the first part of it?
My file is too powerful. 115 megs. Alright, hang on a second.
What's this thing?
The GIF?
Isn't that what we're doing?
Don't know, is it?
If you mean tethers, we're already doing what's in the GIF that was posted last week.
Okay.
The one time we did it correctly, it was, you know, the placement was different. Same concept.
Hey, select Daniel wants to ask you something.
Oh,
I'll get back to you on what. Maybe after this poll. Should they do a fresh install of capital E everything, or just a fresh install of B?
I just pulled up my slide.
On top.
I just pulled up my. I didn't realize it was. I'm ready. They literally waited until I left and then asked me a question.
Excellent.
Stay here.
Oh yeah.
I get the right side. You get the left side.
I think he only does like right or left, like B or D. I've never seen him do like A or C.
That's correct.
Sorry. What I'm saying is, facing the boss, I'm going to be to the right of you, so that we don't hit each other with the things. You don't need to invuln through that. You can actually just do a normalish cooldown.
So after it's determined whether or not we go left or right, when these screens come out, like in that example, the screens were on D. Is everyone else kind of congregating between C and B at that point?
No, the raid goes to opposite of the screens.
That's what I'm saying. The screens are at D, so are we supposed to go to B?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me pull this up. RQ. Let me just. Okay, here. Right. So, first tether is going to be broken by the tank stacking with us. Second tether is going to be broken by the second tank. Whoever still has the tether should run opposite of the party to break the tether, and then get into your screen position. Does that make sense?
Is the tank that's doing that?
Yeah, it's the second tank. So let me go look at the. Yes, you have the exact same anime GIF that I'm looking at. So if you look at the anime GIF, after everyone stacks up, you'll notice that the second blue runs across the screen, or across to the far side of the boss, and blows up the second tether. Runs to where the healer is, basically.
Yeah, that GIF is actually why I was asking, are we stacking between B and C or on B? Because it looks like they're at an inner cardinal in that GIF for some reason. I don't know if that's relevant or not.
Yeah, I don't think that matters.
Okay.
You're just getting out of... Yeah, literally does not matter. You're just getting out of the screen thing. It might be relevant because the one healer needs to not stack until after everyone moves. So you'll notice that the healer still stays out. Then that healer runs into the group to set off the third tether, and then the last DPS runs.
Really, if we stack at B, that healer is gonna have to go. He'll have to move as well.
Right. So it should. I think if we're gonna follow the GIF, assuming that the screens are at D, the party should be here and the healer should be north. And if it's on A or on the other side, then just make it the mirror. So have the party
so we
be
are stacking
between.
in our cardinal then.
Yes.
It can be a pretty loose stack.
You just need to not be Number one is don't be getting hit by the screens, and then number two is just don't stack on the healer too soon.
Okay.
So like, if let me go back to this GIF real quick because I don't know how precise the demonstration is, but yeah, actually, the group doesn't need to move too much for that because the screens don't do like conal damage, they just do AoE sand on the tanks. So as long as the group is far enough away from the tanks, it's fine. You don't have to be like polar opposite. And both tanks will not have tethers anymore by that point. So to answer your question, Slenta, it will be red tank, blue tank, red healer, blue healer.
Okay.
Alright, I'm ready. We're in the right spot. See? We're gonna be on the A whatever side.
Don't come back, Trey, come back.
No, I thought the DPS was supposed to trigger that.
The healer triggers it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
my
don't think
bad.
DPS trigger any of them, do we?
The DPS do not need to trigger any of them.
Oh,
Unless-
there's one where a D. I might have just looked at it.
Well,
No,
it's a joint effort. But you can
Yeah,
just
in
keep hitting the boss.
in the GIF, it shows the DPS running out for the fourth explosion, and that's, I guess, a healer call if you guys think that you need to not be moving so that you can cast.
Oh yeah, good point.
I mean, it could also be like, maybe they just hit a bard, and that's the person who gets fourth or something.
Well, no, it's random.
I guess it's...
Yeah, it's fine. Healers can adjust.
Okay, so
He was really far up
just
at the time.
Yeah, that was not in the center, but that's fine.
yeah,
Get used
just as a recap, tank 1, tank 2, those happen automatically. Then immediately after the tank explosions, which looks like if we're not stacked on top of each other, those aren't hurt at all. The red healer needs to run in and stack with the, and then after you feel you've sufficiently healed up, then the other healer, or I guess when the debuff runs out, and the last healer.
cross.
Oh, I'm late.
Super late.
Don't die. Oops.
I'll need a shield for that.
Can we start by pulling him a little further south, just so we can get him in the center? That'll help.
Can you not run in early?
Look,
Shots.
look. I
Hey.
have short feet. I have short feet and
Call
no
that.
ranged attack. Also,
All
this-
yours now.
This
Bye.
guy's aggro range is super short.
Are you guys both minimum height Lala?
You don't know me.
Minimum height Lala is the only Lala that exists, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, didn't I
There's no
show you
height
the
slider.
Didn't I show you the comic about giant Lalas? They're creepy.
Ew.
Aren't like large Lalas only like 2 inches taller?
No, it's like a good like, what is it? Goes from about 90 ilms to about 110 ilms.
What?
2 inches is
Sorry.
like 3 feet to a lot.
Sorry, three centimeters, I guess. Not ilms. Whatever centimeters would be.
There's no. Please, Imperial units only.
Can't you put your ley lines on the southwest?
That means if we have to run to the other side, it doesn't matter.
Other side? It's always C or D.
Southwest corner? Then what happens if we have to run southeast? It's gonna be like the screen.
Oh, it's gonna run out by then, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's still got a little left on it.
Move.
Move. Yep.
All right, make sure you're not. That was a lot of digits in that number. I think that was
Yeah,
like
130,000.
Oh, the phone up was up. Probably not.
Right, because we put off a tether, or we put off a. Yeah, we broke a tether right then.
Yeah, the
Presumably.
party.
the party needs to not break a tether accidentally.
Oh yeah, because yeah, of course. Wait, that's really awkward, isn't it? So like,
All right, let's set some ground things here. These will be the party stack spots. Like the party never needs to go north. You're going to go to D, and then if the screens are on the B side, you go to 1. If they're on the D side, you go to 2. And you just need to move as a unit.
so what happened there is everyone went to D. I was at B. And then everyone went to B, and then I got sad.
Yeah, we should have been going to 2 instead of B.
That's
And if
That's
you're the
when
healer,
I need to
goes
go
like
north, like super north.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
Well, it doesn't have to be super north. You just need to be like opposite of 2 or opposite of 1, right? Like that far is enough. Like a boss is the boss is hit width in distance.
Yes.
I hear that super north is what's happening to the Midwest right now.
Wow.
See?
Rip.
That's a good question.
Isn't
My
the
tether
tanks-
broke early, but I was just standing there, so
You might have been tethered to the blue tank. That's
I
gonna
did have
happen.
a blue tether. Yes. Okay, so it was supposed to.
Yes.
Because isn't the tank supposed to run across to break the blue?
Yes. Both
And
tanks
one of the
should
red
be
ones.
on C.
Because I mean, nobody should be taking damage from the bosses.
Correct. If you do mechanics correctly, no one gets hit except for the tanks through this entire thing, other than breaking tether. So, yeah, as soon as he starts casting that, both tanks stack on C, ish, in the C direction. Then,
Hold on, give me a second. I mean, you guys can talk. But...
okay. So, as he starts casting, both tanks stack on C. We'll get our tethers, they'll immediately detonate. We'll see what direction the ring goes. Then we move as a group to D if necessary, otherwise we don't. Then, the red tether tank runs opposite of the group to detonate his tether, and then runs to where they need to stand for the screen. Then, at the same time, the rest of the group moves to either 1 or 2 to avoid being in the direction of the screen. Then, and the other healer goes super north. Then the super north healer runs in. Then, at the very end, the last healer runs out and heal up for the last hit. Good?
If it's the same side, if the party's staying, they don't need to go from like B to.
The party should never be at B. The party will either be at D
Oh,
or
right.
C.
So if you're at D, don't bother going B. It's fine.
Okay. So does the healer.
Splanta?
Yeah. Okay, I think we're okay.
Work exploded.
Yes, actually.
Are you actually going to be on call?
What? No, I mean it'll be fine. They've got it. I think they've got it covered.
Alright, stack on C. Move to D. Crossed. One to the other side. Technically lived. And then we're all stacked up for the ion
That
flux.
last one's a little late, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It was a little late in the last time.
Whoever's doing the the healer can run it. Basically, you can run in and set it off as soon as you see the tanks take damage for whoever
That's what I
has Yeah, and then whoever has the last debuff, you basically need to have a foot. You need to be like ready to steal second, and then pop yourself out as soon as the debuff goes away. I think there's like maybe 2 seconds worth of flex time here.
Okay.
And you want to pop that tether like maybe like 25% into the cast at least.
Well, the cast of Aeon Flux itself is like 3 seconds, which is the timer of the debuff, so like right at the beginning of that cast is the deadline.
I thought
Right.
it was 5 seconds.
It has to, yeah, it has to go out before the Ion Flux starts.
This is some intense timing.
Rip.
Oh, I forgot to put a cooldown on. That's my bad. Somebody's not gonna have a tether.
Stay.
I don't think that's gonna matter.
He's a little crooked.
Everything is awful.
Sam, what are you doing here?
I needed to run over to B to break the tether.
No. You do that after the beams go out.
What? No, he could do that then. It's fine.
Well-
Nobody's supposed to take that hit.
Why?
If you do it too fast, we still have the vulnerability from the first tether.
Oh, did Tam
According-
have the blue tether?
Yes. Well, I mean,
Oh,
that's the
okay.
only reason why you would be running across. Both tanks should be at C. Then we all move to D if necessary. After the shot goes out, then the tank runs across. And then after running across, runs to the screen position. But it needs to be quick, like, immediately as soon as the cast bar finishes, because that debuff needs to run out before the screen thing hits. It is extremely tight time.
It's A8 all over.
Alright, stack up. Stay.
Oh boy.
What happened?
Don't know. That was about as simple as it gets. Right?
We're all stacked, right?
Did you not have a red tether, Kana?
Not a blue tether.
Thought I had blue tether.
Oh, well, then we both die.
Hmm.
Hmm.
One use is not doing something right.
Well, we found the problem.
Did we? It's a healer problem.
Well, let's just say
Healers
we
are just.
We both had.
Let's just say the
blue
boss
tether.
put out 2 blue healer tethers.
Yeah, there were
Healers
two
are just.
Stack up.
Times for sure.
Stay. Explosion. Screens are up. Get to your spots. That's my spot.
So you're gonna be on my right all the time.
Sorry. I was thinking south, but you were correct. I should be on the other one.
That last tether was late again. We're dead.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, no, I jumped off.
Wait, I only took 54,000. That was fine.
54,000?
Yeah.
You only took 1,700 more than you should.
Well, we can have a negation after that. That was 5,400. 54,000 raw.
You're talking about for the ion flux?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would hope that it's survivable.
The debuff ran out when it hit. It was fine.
I think we should also be able to have reprisal and stuff for that.
It should be good.
Or are we just gonna stack on C for the ion flux? Or the party's just not gonna move from wherever it was?
I think it's fine.
Wherever the party.
How big of an AoE are those screens? Is it just on the tanks? Like, am I safe at C when that thing hits?
It's 180 degrees, I believe.
No, it's not a conal. It's distance based.
So if the screens were on like D right now, am I safe at C?
That depends on where the tanks stand. Should be. It's not a promise. D. Going to the screens. Alright, healer's in. That was a little slow. Alright, healer's out. Yep, that was a little slow. Oh, no, that worked. That worked.
Both of us lived. Thanks, Vit.
Yeah. I guess the, no, I had no mitigation up to that, so I should be able to.
This part too.
No, we don't. We know that people get debuffs, and like there's one red debuff, and they need to get the fuck out. That's basically what we know at this point.
I'm red. I'm gonna get out.
Holy hell.
I think we've got the we've got this part of the mechanic as long as we can execute on it, and then we can see the next one. I wish there was some way I could build up meter.
I can see why you wanted to go white for this.
Yeah.
Get good.
We'll be fine.
Where's your AoE bowls when we need them, dude? Come on.
I think he smoked them all.
You know what?
That's the deepest meta, dude.
Oh,
AoE
no.
spread ball.
Oh no!
That's how you parse orange on Astro.
It's not good. This might hurt. Oh, not so bad. Thanks.
Back up. D. Breaking the thing. Moving to the screen. That's how big they are. Alright, then we all stack up.
Ooh, that's too early.
Oh, it's low
Not
too.
bad. It's like half a second too early. If we're going from D, we should go to 2, not B.
I mean,
let's play with debuffs.
if we go to D, I just scoot down to 1 as soon as it goes on.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Gary,
It's-
come over here. Come over
Instant
here.
death. I don't know what that was.
Well, then
Come go boom.
I have a shorter distance to run from 1 to 2.
Yeah, feel free. Some people can't move as much.
I know, but you can
Okay.
like stuff.
Yeah, like, if you don't know where the screen is going to be, yeah, you could scooch down in preparation. As soon as the double cones go off.
Balance.
Well, you're going to be getting an enhanced balance for the start of this poll, just because. So I want to see some numbers here.
Oh, I got the note again.
Stay. Pretty spicy.
I do not have enough time for that. Woo! Thanks for the other music.
Still
Oh
winging
god,
this
what do we
one,
do?
huh?
All right,
Still
here's one
winging it,
more.
huh?
Red dot goes north. Everyone else, I guess, stack up.
Now we all have red
I
dots.
don't want to stack. Stacking seems bad.
I don't think I can hit him.
Okay, so
I was
if
fine
you
until I
have,
started attacking.
That's probably just when it happened to happen.
okay, so the 3 dudes, the synchronization bug does shared AoE damage, and apparently tanks can take it with a cooldown, but everyone else needs to be in a group of at least 2 players. And whoever gets it will also get the synchronization bug, so I guess you need to pair up and not stack. So I don't know how we want to handle that.
Wait,
Where's the certain
red
people getting
have to go with red people?
Is that the one with the 3 people on it?
Yes, the
I
one
had
with the
that
3
one
people.
that time.
Okay, so whoever has that one, I guess we need to have a spot for that person to go to. Let's say C, because, or no, we'll do 1 and 2. We'll
Do
have
1 and 2? Yeah. I was gonna-
yeah, we'll have the since the red dot person explodes for like almost half the arena, they should just go due north and hang out by the edge. And then
What does it look like? Do we picture that?
it's a red dot. It is a red circle. It's the only one that looks like a red circle.
and they're going to A.
There's a picture of it in the boss strategy. It's the bottom one that Kata posted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
There, if you get that one, you're going as far north as you can without falling off the platform.
Wait, can you get 2 debuffs? 'Cause it looks like they have the red circle and the blue helix in that picture.
So what happens is the red circle, if you have the debuff, it explodes in a huge AoE and deals massive damage to everyone hit by it, and anyone who's hit by it also gets that debuff. So they will basically, if you hit even one other person, you're basically going to cause a chain reaction that will cause everyone to wipe. So
it's elegant rot that
you don't want to pass, and the explosion radius is huge. Then literally the rest of it is just handling the 2 other debuffs. You have the blue helix and the stack with 3 people thing. Everyone with the blue helix needs to share a critical synchronization with somebody, because if your debuff expires, you die. And it goes away as soon as you get hit by any damage. So the red stack 3 people one needs to, basically everyone with the blue helix needs to take that once, and then you will also get the thing that makes you explode to take damage. So everything except for the blue helix passes the debuff to someone else. So we need to figure out some sort of, I don't know how many people get each of these, but the stack one, there has to be some way where you can you basically use up all of the people with latent data without giving it to anyone extra. Does that make sense?
That was a lot of words.
Okay, so let's just assume we start with 1 of the stack debuffs. That one person
everybody
was
knows
just-
the loser gets out. But other than that,
So whoever gets that needs to stack with probably 2 other people, and then 2 people will have the stack debuff, and they need to spread out. And then anyone else who has latent data also needs to stack up with those people, because you'll have 1 red dot, 1 stack thing, and I guess 6 latent data. So that's 6. So 1, 2, and then 4. Yes, that will get everybody. So I guess we probably just want to do a priority or something like that, where the first person who has it goes to 2, we'll say, and then 2 people stack with that person. So let's say I'm gonna pull 1, 2 down here really quick, just so that we have we won't accidentally pull the boss. So let's suppose Tylee is the first person to get the stack marker, and like Tam has the thing and he just goes away. All right, so everyone else has the blue. Tylee goes to 2 or something. 1, sure. 1's fine. We'll go 1, 2. Why not? If we're going down the list, it would be me and Kanata share it with Tylee, and then that explodes. Now Tylee no longer has it. He's got the thing that says he can no longer have it. Kanata has 1 copy of it, and I have 1 copy of it. So I'll stay at 1, and Kanata goes to the 2, and now the rest of the people who did not have the red button and did not have the did not previously have it need to stack on 1 and 2 to clear their debuffs. So that means that Vias and Salenta would come to 1, and then Midori and Placeholder would go to 2.
Okay, so
Oh, you're all dead.
I'm just trying to, so in the case where if anyone but me gets the stack one, then I'm pretty much always just gonna be going to 2 after the first split of the first 2 guys, right?
Sounds like it. If you don't have the red circle or the stack marker, then you'll be going to 2 after the first share.
Then after that, are we just hanging out at 2, or is there going to be another one after that? Because then at that
No.
point, me and Midori would both have the stack one, right? How do we split from there?
Yeah, one of you
I-
goes
I-
away from
Your
the
debuff should expire. I expect that if you do
Okay.
it quickly, then everyone has gotten rid of your latent data, and it should expire. Otherwise, it'll just keep exploding forever, right? There's no way to split it.
Well, you don't have to split it. You just explode, and hopefully you don't hit anyone else.
To clarify, I didn't actually follow. I couldn't keep those terms straight. In
What
my
are some?
head while you were following? I was following you. So like, you can either tell me what to do, or you can explain it differently. So the circle like goes away after the first person uses it, right? Like completely.
Correct.
And then what's going to happen is the red people need to pass it to the blue people until the blue people have gotten it.
Yes. Every blue person needs to take damage.
And how do we determine who goes to 1 and 2 with the like who's the first red, who's the how
Okay.
many do they start off with? 5 blue, 2 red, 1.
I'm guessing it starts out one critical overflow, 1 synchronization.
Oh, I don't think that's true, but I guess we can see it again.
I don't know. Someone can take a screenshot, or I can cheat and look at the solution.
I
mean,
thought I saw 2 of the marks with the 3 people on them that last time, but I could be very wrong.
Hold on. I took a screenshot.
Look at let's
Okay.
try hard.
I mean, we could also go back on Kanata's stream, right, and look at.
Time we did this, that it was 1 person with the circle, 2 people with red, and 3 people with blue. 1 person had just been res, and 1 person. So that's I'm like, I'm not actually sure what the distribution is.
That strat might have just gone out the window.
Okay.
You can kind
Wait.
of do that with just 2 stacks.
I don't know where my screenshots went.
Okay.
We haven't had
well,
everybody alive except for that the time we just did. Oh wait, did we have everybody alive? Yeah,
we had everyone alive.
We just didn't take a screenshot. Okay.
The stream is up, so we can go back.
I mean, I don't want to go look through your stream.
Okay.
If you want to look through your stream, then there's the. Why is there not a thing to clear all of these things over people's heads?
Doesn't it usually go to your users?
How dare you mark me? Stop
My
that.
games, Final Fantasy 14 Screenshots.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Tylee.
You're super quiet.
My documents, my games, Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn screenshots.
Oh, mostly everybody was dead by that time, so they don't have the debuffs on them.
Alright, so I'm going to go back to my initial question, which is, do you want me to look at the solution for the strategy, or...
I have this stream up.
How do you found?
Yep, I just jumped fast forward like 2 seconds. Hello, world. And it is... Bam. So, Carrot and I have blue. Tam has
Take a
the-
screenshot.
Okay.
Well, excited to explain it. Carrot's like, shut up, just give us this picture.
I'm a visual learner.
Aww.
Rip cannot.
I've gotten the red dot every time, so I'm just gonna assume that I get the red dot every
Wait, really?
every single time.
It might go based off of rolls. Just saying.
Seems likely. Otherwise, how would you know how to pair up? If it's completely random.
I know. We've had to do really shitty things in the past where it's like priority orders for splitting, like, alright, you're always going to be west, you're always going to be east, and
That's
you
true.
are a floater.
You adjust.
Can we make a placeholder be the adjust just for levels?
Well, we can guess that ley lines probably won't be down at that point when the boss is untargetable.
Wait, we can't target the boss during that phase?
I said when the boss is untargetable.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying much attention.
Did you skew B and D on purpose?
Nope. All of them got like unset, and so I had to like eyeball it.
What is it?
Yeah, it's double stack one. Or double 3 people one.
Why do 2 people not have anything?
You're asking a lot of questions. Can we talk about that mini-map, Kanata?
What the fuck? How that minimap is so big?
How do you
What
play
information?
Kanata?
What information are you hoping to get by having a giant minimap? Like, oh, I want to see where we are on this.
about this every time.
Cause look at it! Look at it! It's like a core for nothing!
3 people didn't have debuffs.
I'll be honest though, like halfway
Oh, wait,
out,
no, that's
tried to watch
EOS,
the stream and they can't do it because of that mini map.
Alright, AOS. Okay, so, yeah. Looks like 1, 2, 3. Well,
We can pretend.
The 2 people that don't have debuffs need to stack with the 1.
Do you need 3 people or 2 people for the stacking ones?
at least 2. A tank can
Alright,
take
so
it by itself with cooldowns, but everyone else it needs. It probably does about 100. No, yeah, maybe about 100,000 unmitigated.
Just cut out a crit. Somebody else who has to take it. So it looks like that the two reds are on DPM, and 1 person from each roll gets a blue.
Oh,
And
makes sense.
main tank probably gets the always gets the circle.
Right. So I guess in that case, you want to have DPS A go to, I guess, top priority DPS on 1, second priority DPS on 2, tank splits with 1, healer and other DPS splits with 2.
Wait, why doesn't the tank take the circle?
Take-
If it takes 100,000 damage, then nobody else does. So maybe it's the tank that's supposed to.
No, because it's the person who has the debuff plus the other person. So if you're splitting it with any person, you should be able to survive. I pulled that number out of my ass. Just so you know, it's.
Well, I'm just saying, if
some-
it's more than a DPS can
right.
do we not?
That's why. So only DPS get the synchronization bugs, right?
Mhm.
That's our guess. So they need to split up so that they're not
Yes.
hitting each other with it. So one of the DPS goes to 1 and shares it with only the tank. The other DPS goes to 2 and shares it with the healer and other DPS. That way they take the least amount of damage.
But then what does the third blue person do?
That's all 3 blue people. Tank, healer, and DPS. 1 of each. So healer and DPS are on 2, tank is on 1.
That's not symmetrical.
What?
It's not, but also, I'm pretty sure then the people who got hit by it are also going to explode. So then they also need to split.
Yeah. I don't know what the solution is.
Well, the
But
tank can go.
we
off
need-
and-
This is the solution that makes sure that every blue person gets hit. I don't
Well,
know
I'm saying-
if it.
What I'm saying is that there's a slightly more symmetrical, I believe, answer, which is that in this example, you would stack with 10 and take the circle.
Wait,
with
why?
10.
No. The red circle needs to not hit anybody.
Why?
That's not damage that's.
Because we die if anybody takes the red die.
The red
No, it
circle
just
is like a
spreads them.
rot. Yeah, but it's like a rot you don't want to pass.
Why?
It's a huge AoE and does lots of damage.
But he's a tank.
Right, but
So-
then it passes it, so the person it gets past to is going to explode
Yeah,
with the giant red dot.
It doesn't just pass. It goes off. It does the damage. It inflicts it on the next person, and then when they blow up, it's going to hit someone else possibly and pass it to them. Like the act of passing is not a physical pass like the stuff in like A3. It's exploding that caused it. So if the tank doesn't start with it, there's no way to pass it other than to hit them with it. So either way,
All right,
it's
we
going
can
off.
You know what? Let's try carrots. See how.
Can I get a quick overview of the current strat? Because I feel like we've gone through like 3 in the last 10 minutes.
Alright, so there will be 2 DPS that have the synchronization, the little group hug. Group hug, whoever's higher on the list in the order Tylate, Salenta, Midori, placeholder goes to 1. Whoever's lower on the list goes to 2. So all you need to know is, I guess, placeholder is always going to be at 2, and you can figure the rest out. Tank with the blue mark, which should be me every time, helps split the damage on 1. And the healer with the blue mark and the DPS with the blue mark go to 2.
Okay, are we still going forward with the assumption that hitting other people with the group 1 spreads it?
Yes.
So then what's the plan after it gets spread to the other 2 people that are stacked with the other person who originally had it?
We don't have a plan for that, but we also don't know what the correct solution is here.
Well, hold on. One thing we can do, and I think this is just a good assumption, is that the 2 people who don't get anything, then stack with them.
Yes.
Well, one thing that we do know is that once you have had the synchronization thing, you cannot get it again. So you can help split the damage a second time, right? So what you can do is, if we assume that everyone's going to explode multiple times, we can have group 1, they explode and don't move. So first person will explode, I'll get the debuff, then I'll explode, but I'm splitting the damage with someone who can't get the debuff. Debuff goes away forever. Group 2, person 1 clears the blue debuffs. Now 2 people have it. One of the people, we'll say the healer, moves down here, who's with the last DPS, and then group 2 will explode, and the healer with the last person who had the... I guess we need to get rid of... Someone needs to get the synchronization and then take it again.
But then if they get hit,
It might... I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
really confused.
let's just see it. Because then if they get hit, they're also gonna get hit, and then they're gonna be sad later. Let's try it, see what happens. This can't continue forever, because then we'll just be blowing up every 3 seconds.
Well, and he's also going to do some giant damage thing and say, "You fail."
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Just get your screenshots ready for when we get our buffs. Slash after the first explosion goes up. Or the first pass, I guess.
We spend 20, 30 more minutes on this one. Maybe I might just give up. We'll see.
Backed up. Staying. Braking. On the consoles. Alright, everyone stacked up.
I think there's still a vulnerability. I saw 4 stacks there.
But only on you. And that's so weird. Okay. Well, it's not really cool at all.
Well, let's see. I should have the red circle. I do. I want to see how wide this explosion is when this goes off. Alright, it's going off in 1 second. Oh, he's definitely targetable now. Alright, did that hit 1 and 2?
No, it did.
Basically went to the center.
Not
But
bad.
it did reach further than the center.
Okay. So, I had the stack one. Kanata came and took it from me. It only did 31,000 to me though, and then he got. So I don't think we could people to soak that. I think if I was at full health, I mean obviously I'm at full health, I can easily survive that. If I only did 30k.
But I need
No,
to take it with you. Because I need to get rid of my blue.
Right.
It did 70k divided by 2 people.
Okay, well that's fine. So we don't need to double stack up for that though. Like 2 people can handle that. If he had a blue one and I have the stack one, he just comes to me and then he switches his blue one for the stack one.
Oh, but there's 3 blue ones.
No.
Yes.
Well, one person can just jump off the side, right? It's probably
Alright.
fine. Just get rid of the other 2 blue.
No, I haven't figured it out. So, the tank needs to be in the party of 2, right? And so the tank will be, after the first explosion, there'll be 3 people with the debuff. With me? So 1 and 2, there'll be 2 people standing on 1, 3 people standing on 2. The tank goes off by themselves, fucks off over here with a cooldown, and the people who are on 1 and 2 don't move. And they will explode a second time, but they will split it with 2 people each. And everyone there will be immune to getting the debuff again. And because the tank's exploding by themselves, they won't pass it to anyone else. Does that sound like a viable solution?
So is the way to get rid of the blue ones just to get hit by a ping pong?
Damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then,
it
that
is
seems fine.
to share. Yeah, to soak damage is how you get rid of it. So we'll say healer goes to 1, tank and DPS goes to 2, which is going to be me, and whichever DPS has the blue. After that, I'm going to run over here. It'll be after the explosion, so I'm just going to run over somewhere and pop a cooldown and eat it by myself.
So you're saying if I had lived and Kanata had taken my stack one, if I get hit by his blow up, I'm not going to get another stack one? I'm immune to
Right,
it?
because you will have, if you have had it before, you're vaccinated.
And it only did 46,000, so it actually doesn't take that.
Nah, if we're full, we can survive.
I mean, you might live, but then you have autism. So.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
No, I have to rent one.
That seems incorrect.
I mean, if you don't get vaccinated, you could be like that one guy that still's living in Iron Lung.
I could just stay in like the middle of the map. It's a lot harder to run away from people.
Sorry about that. First explosion. Moves D. Second explosion. Get ready for the screens. Get away. Oh.
You blew your load early, dude.
Yeah. Right.
The party should be not moving. Stack. Stack at C. Move to D. Break second tether. Get away from the screens.
What?
Tether blew up.
APOC strong.
So I don't have time to put up a shield there. That is just really awkward.
Swiftcast dog.
I think that's why
Not
they
with
have the
party.
DPS run out for the last one.
I see. But well, what if Vias gets in it?
I have light speed.
Oh, this time mage out here.
Woo!
It's the fact that it does more than our max HP is a problem.
We're talking about Ion Flux. Don't worry about Ion Flux.
Okay.
We'll have
You don't have to worry about it.
I'll see if I can have Faye come in, hit the party instead of just me out.
I mean, that's why you have manual placement, right? Back up. I see. Move to D. Or we
This
all
don't
die.
seem right.
And we all die together.
At least it's fast.
Is there a world where you can use like the star thing on the floor to heal us up before the big AoE at the end? If you're like good at this game?
Wow.
Is there a world where that exists?
We shouldn't really have to if we.
I mean, just saying. If you were an Astro, a good Astro.
It's not really the problem. It's what's killing us is the tether's not bad.
If you used it in between the tethers, so we don't die to the tether.
Yeah, let me just use it between every tether. Let me see if I can petition some
I don't know,
friends for
just
that.
when two are about to go off, figure.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bulwark is not as reliable as Sheltron, and Sheltron's not reliable at all. D. Go across.
Oh. I died.
Oh.
I thought it was there at time, but I guess cast timers and stuff.
This is going to be like A12 all over again, where we take forever to get past like really that first initial thing, and then most of it comes pretty quick after that.
Yeah, definitely. Everything is going to come fast. I'm just going to get past this, guys.
Well, at least
Gotta want
the
it
part
bad
that we
enough.
die over and over and over again is like after we get our save point.
Don't act like I can't rescue over the edge of this arena.
Ooh, there's some meta. I could save my ley lines if you just rescue me to D. That's a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, well then you have the counter measure where pull the edge of your ley lines at a spot.
I've actually got a pretty good setup going here. If the screen's going D, I can between the lines back. It's not too bad.
Time it did 0 damage. Alright, stack up. D. Break the tether, the tank. And then we go to the screens. And then we stack the party on 1. Alright. There's some mitigation.
That's a good spot for stars right there.
Alright, we did it. Alright, Tampton North. I'm just gonna pre-position on 2.
Okay.
Alright, Salenta at 2, Tylete at 1.
Oh shit. You're right.
Latent Defect. 9999999.
That just killed us.
Oh, we're good. We good. Fightful, you might
About
die
to die
though.
out low.
Alright.
Critical
Look,
error.
sacrifice
Watch
had to be
this.
made.
Watch this.
Oh no, I have the red thing now. Wait.
That's
wait,
the
we all
lava
have
thing.
the
Okay,
red.
We're not doing something right.
I think we finally do
Okay,
it
so
I was waiting for that
Do
moment.
we need to look in the back like it's a highlights book?
Something seems incorrect.
not to be somebody that's not looking out for his own DPS, but when I bring the boss north, so that everybody doesn't get hit by the red dot, the boss comes with me, and the melee can't DPS.
Rip.
I can.
So... Carrot can take it then, right? And then it'll just be sitting at the middle again?
Yeah, no, I should be able, after the debuffs go out, I should be able to provoke it.
So after Hello World, and then I'll shirk.
Yep. And if all 8 people do it, hopefully we don't all get the critical error.
So I'm pretty sure it puts the critical error on a fixed number of people. This reminds me a lot of A12, where you have to have people go to like the cardinals, and everyone else has to like hide in the safe hidey hole spot.
Cool. So I guess what? Tank North, Healer, D, and then the 2 DPSs are C and D?
I don't think it's possible for it to go into 4 people, because that covers the entire arena. Let's say it's probably one of each, so like Tank North, Healer West, DPS East.
And then
Unless
are we
the
hiding in
DPS
the
want to
middle
be
or
on
something?
D.
The
What's
rest
that?
of us? Oh, the rest
No,
of
the rest of us should be hiding south.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Did we get a hint, or did you have some idea? Because I don't have any fucking clue.
Well, I only saw it on 3 people, but most of the people were dead.
to the red dot.
There was 4 people.
No,
Everybody who was alive had it.
Yeah. Which
Crap.
makes me think we didn't do something right.
Let me go look at my screenshots again. Oh, that was not the right screenshot.
For the record, I am ready for the smallest hint that I can think of. But
Please give us
I'll
a-
give you a second.
We have to be so far off.
I'll just tell you that critical error puts the circle on anybody who has not had it already,
Rip.
Oh.
which is why we all got it.
Rip.
Okay, so in that case, everyone who doesn't have the debuff, though you said there are 3 people who don't have debuffs, right?
Wait, critical error. You mean the
The
Big
red
explosion
dot.
one?
Critical overflow is the giant explosion, which is the circle, red circle icon. That is the one that everyone will get during critical error.
So we all have to then get that at some point during.
Oh,
the-
is critical error the boss's ability?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so critical overflow, if it's on 1 person and then it goes on to 3 people, then it would go on to another 3 people. So, right, okay, 1, 2. Do you know if the critical overflow overwrites or stops latent data?
Yeah, absolutely. It's damage.
All right. Well, in that case, the tank with latent data will be one of the people to take the critical overflow, and then the I guess there's 1 healer and 1 DPS that don't have a debuff, right?
Yep.
If I'm looking at this correctly, so they will also take the critical overflow, and then we'll have 3 explosion spots. So, that means that the tank will stay north. The healer who gets the new critical overflow will go to west, and the DPS that gets the critical overflow will go to east. And then we'll have those will be the explosion locations while everyone's doing their little shit down south. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to steal the 1 and 2 spots. They were convenient for the time, but I think we need to have them be out of the explodey range
What causes the red circle to explode again?
when it runs out. It's a timer.
Okay.
All right. What happened to my C?
I moved it.
Okay. So, if right, so tank stays north, healer runs west, DPS runs east. They will explode, and then when he does the critical error, it will put it on the last 3 people who were doing the mechanics before, and they need to spread out to the northeast and west to explode a second time, or explode those areas a second time. And assuming we took care of the latent data and the critical synchronization, then no one should have those debuffs anymore. Does that sound correct-ish? Okay, I guess we can try it.
Sure. Seems plausible. I think it maps out correctly. It's like 1.
Alright.
4.
So, where did the DPS run?
Okay.
With the thing.
The DPS with the synchronization, the group hugs go to 1 and 2. And they share it with blue, latent healer and latent DPS. So healers are going to always go to the west side, DPS are always going to go to the east side. So once you've split it, the 2 people who have... Once you exploded once, wait and then explode a second time, and that should completely take care of all the critical synchronization bugs. Meanwhile, at the same time, both tanks are going to run north, and any healer and DPS who do not have a debuff will run north and take the critical synchronization bug together. The DPS and healer don't have to go all the way north because it's such a wide range. I'm so sorry. The DPS can kind of be close to B, and the healer can be kind of close to D. because you're going to need to run all the way out to the very edge after the first explosion to drop
Okay.
your subsequent explosions.
Okay, we're still doing it wrong. Give us a different hint, a better one than the last one you gave us, because this isn't going to work either. And I don't
Why?
want to spend another 25 minutes, because it's still incorrect. You didn't do a good enough job explaining what we were supposed to do before. Try it again, with this time with gusto.
Okay. Do you guys know how to do the synchronization things? Because that's not changing.
Yes.
Okay. If you have synchronization as DPS, you're going to go to 2. All the time, placeholder, because you will always be on the bottom of the list. And then you just stay on 2 until you're done with, until he does the critical error. If you don't have a debuff, you're going to go north so that you can get hit by critical overflow bug. Once you get hit by critical overflow bug, you're going to stand on the very edge of the arena on B side. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
Your strat makes sense. The way you want to do it makes sense.
Stack up. D. Exploding. Panels. Midori was co-located with me.
And when anything goes wrong, the entire arena just explodes. It's really hard to tell what happened.
I didn't get hit by my tank thing.
I mean, there was a DPS that was on the tank side. I don't know if I can call out quickly enough which side the panels are on, or if it's better to call out which side the panels are and which side is safe. Stack up. Stay. Setting off the explosion. Panels are up. Alright. Set it off. Alright, perfect. Perfect. I don't have reprisal.
Look, stars!
Okay.
Alright, get ready to split up. Tanks to the north. Check your debuff. If you don't have a debuff, come north. I can't see, there's too many buffs on people. Oh, he's still casting. Okay.
I got a blue one.
Tyleet should be at... oh, well, you're still with me anyway, it doesn't matter. Tyleet should be at 1.
Well, it hurts.
Oh,
I am at
too
1.
many people got the red one.
Yeah, I was not far enough north. It should be at the very edge.
So the position Salenta was in would absolutely have clipped to. I would have died.
Yeah, I was gonna say you would have fucking died.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh yeah, I got hit by the
People
west.
gotta move. People gotta be moved to due south, I guess.
Yeah, we can move 1 and 2 to like this dot here. Over
No,
here.
no, no. 1 and 2 is fine if you move straight after due south.
So wait,
We can just move
After-
one here.
Well,
After
okay,
I-
yeah, that's fine.
after the red dot explodes,
Yes.
more people are supposed to get that red dot.
Yes. There will be 3 people with the red dot. There'll be the tank that didn't have it originally, who's not moving, because both of us will be buddies stacked due north. The healer should be standing. I'm going to hijack one real quick. The healer should be, who does not have a debuff, should be standing about right here. And then after they get hit, they run to right there. And the DPS does the same thing except for on the opposite side. Everyone else who has a debuff does not participate in that mechanic at this point in time, and they will be standing on either 1 or 2 and not moving until all those things have happened. We can actually probably move 1 and 2 up a little bit so that, but it's this is like the safest spot for them, and there will be a healer down here who's in charge, I guess, of healing up 1 and 2.
So am I supposed to leave your AOE
What?
when yours explodes?
He's like, I don't know.
No, once. Okay, so
Because I can get the red dot back after you explode.
no. Once you've
Yes,
had the
I
red
can.
dot, once you have had the red dot and you have exploded, you cannot get the red dot again.
It happened in one of our earlier polls.
It says overflow debugger prevents gaining critical overflow bug.
How long does it last?
I don't know. I assume that it lasts until the end of the mechanic.
Because in one of the earlier polls, I had the red dot, it exploded, then somebody else exploded, and I got the red dot again.
Well, if we do it correctly, then you can run out of the red dots so that you only ever get it once. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just say, for now, whichever tank gets the red dot first after you explode, run south. And try not to get hit by anything. Stack. D. Tank explosion. Monitors are up. Stack up. Alright. Tanks, get ready to run north. As soon as you get the debuff, we're both going to go straight north. Check your debuffs. If you don't have a debuff, come north. Otherwise, yeah, split up. Alright, we're due north. Tammy, you got it first. Tylee should be on 1. Alright, now I'm going to keep my thing.
Oh, I'm doing 2, aren't I? God damn it. Okay,
Yeah, it looked
overflow,
like
overflow debugger lasts for a long time.
Yeah, it looked like mine lasts for 24 seconds.
I got the red dot again.
Oh, I'm good.
It says invulnerable to overflow bugs. I don't know why you would get it again.
Oh, wait, what? Ow.
After I exploded the first time,
Did you not get the overflow debugger?
I don't think I did.
Okay. Well, I mean, the tanks
Where's-
can just kind of chill there forever, I think, but maybe not. I don't know.
Either that or something took it off of me.
That's also possible. If you got another debuff potentially.
Well, maybe getting hit by. Did you get hit by it again?
No, I don't think I got hit by it again. I ran south.
Okay. I was like, maybe getting hit by it, you know, it prevents you from that one, but you can still catch it from other ones. But
Yeah, well, let's just assume that you're not supposed to get hit by it more than once, because it's possible
Yeah.
for the tank to run out in time.
And the debuff lasts, or the buff lasts 30 seconds.
I think I got it back when I did critical error.
I think I'm doing this wrong for the record.
Okay. I can look it up. I have no qualms with looking it up.
I did. It's
Going
bad.
to be.
Wasn't even worried. Wasn't even worried.
Oh, you still have a bone stack. This will be fun.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna matter.
We didn't have a sync at 1.
I was there.
Well, I have the thing where I
Oh, that was you.
get the-
Oh, then I know what happened. Never mind.
It didn't go off at the same time.
No, they're not supposed to, yeah.
I mean, so the one reason I'm just thinking about this, probably doing it, is that it feels like there's some sort of asymmetry, right? Like there's two people with the red buff and two people without buffs. They're probably going to go. Is that it?
Alright, I'm just looking up the answer.
Okay, well yeah, we can skip straight to the finish line if we want.
Okay, well
I
then
just
I won't
wanna-
look at the.
I just want to know an answer to that one question. I think that's a fairly easy question.
Well, I mean, placeholder says we are super far off.
Like, the visual guide has individual pages in the spreadsheet for DPS, tank, and healer because there's so much shit we all have to.
You're looking at
We're
the
so
hard
far
version.
off.
This much easier version.
Is there? Because the thing I have is like 15 pages of shit
Yeah,
for
no,
this.
There's another animated GIF that's by the exact same people who did the first animated
Yeah,
GIF.
that's the easy version.
Oh, okay. I was getting
Bias.
intimidated looking at this stupid guide.
Can you tell me if I'm at least on the right track?
Go ahead and run that by me.
The people with the red debuff should be pairing up with the people who don't have debuffs, not the people who don't have debuffs pair up with the circle.
Yeah, that's sort of correct, yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I still haven't given you an answer. I'm just. I mean, if you have other people want to move on, we can do that. That's fine. I'm not really against it.
Are you?
That kind of makes sense. So, so Tam goes north and explodes, and he explodes on the 3 people who have the blue debuffs, and then they go explode in the north half of the room, while the other people do it on the south side of the room. I mean, that kind of makes sense.
That's
with
more on
the-
the right track, yeah.
Like the tank, so the people with the red pass up the people without.
Okay, so this animated GIF has
You
the tank
post it.
split up. I can't
Yeah.
because it's inside of a Google Doc.
I got it.
Link the Google Doc or something.
I've been very diligent to not scroll down in this Google Doc, but the temptation is overwhelming. Right, so the tank that did not have the red dot shares with one of the explosion.
How do I slow it down?
That's a very fast GIF.
You slow it down by reading the.
Train your eyes to become stronger.
You just gotta watch it 50 times to get it.
Yeah. So, all right. I'm gonna try to break down this GIF. I was correct about red tank. Tank 1 going north. The other 2 dots split it. Oh god, you have to split. Okay, wait. Let me see here. That's
The tank goes south. The
3.
DPS and the healer go north with the blue.
yes. But the other ones that don't have a debuff, they get ready to pick up the red dot again. So that at that point,
Yeah.
yeah, and then he will put the debuff on the 3 remaining people. I was 1 person off on my strat. What would have happened is, if we had gone through my whole strat, then at the end 4 people would have had the dot. And that's 1 too many people. So,
You can technically do it that way, but there's like really no room to work with at all if you have to split 4 explosions somewhere in the arena.
yeah, like the safe zone becomes like uber tiny. Okay. Right, so explosion. So you can break this down in terms of when you get the critical error. So 1 tank will get the critical error first. The DPS and healer who do have a debuff take the critical error second.
Overflow error. Let's not get that confused.
The DPS and healer who have the blue debuff take it second. The DPS and healer who do not have a debuff take it third. And I think what's probably more useful in this particular... You know what? We might need to use all of these markers for more important things. We'll keep the C. The C seems pretty important. And we'll keep the D.
I mean, markers aren't that useful for this, are they?
Yes, because what we need is we need to have where the circles go so that they can explode without hitting other people. So on the animated GIF, those would be our explode points.
For the second group.
For the second and the third group. So the first tank's gonna
What?
go...
Third group has 3 people.
No,
That's the 4th group.
that's the 4th group. Or we could just put the markers all the way on the edge, and you can know to just stand inner cardinal or whatever. This fight requires too many like exact positions. Yeah, let's just do cardinals and inner cardinals. I'm just putting these a little closer to the edge so that it's easier to see where. And C is our stack one. Well, isn't that beautiful? We have a beautiful little pattern here. Okay. So to recap, for the overflow, yes, for overflow, first tank goes north, DPS and healer who have the blue debuff get hit. Then they go to healer will go between D and A on the edge. DPS with it will go between B and A on the edge, and the tank will run back to a safe spot. The tank who did not have, I should say, the tank with the blue debuff will share at 1. All right.
While we're on that, by the way, I want to make this clear. So there are 2 synchronization debuffs that have to be stacked. One of them has an 8-second timer. The other is a 12-second timer. In the GIF, the 8-second timer is the one at the southwest and stacks with the tank. Yeah.
All right. So 8-second stacks with 1. So then the tank will have the 8-second deep. We'll get an 8-second debuff after that.
Should be, yeah.
All right, and then the 12-second one takes it with the tank again.
No, with the DPS that.
The
God.
8-second DPS.
Yeah.
In the GIF, they don't make it.
Oh yeah. It's the person who just had it. So 8-second guy, explode a second time, can't pick it up. Tank explodes by himself. Got it. Okay, that seems pretty good. Okay, so
Did you switch DPS and healer compared to the GIF?
Yes, you did.
Okay, is there a reason we're doing that?
because we've just been doing it with healers on the west side for whatever reason.
Okay.
You can do it whatever way you want.
No, this is a very,
Confirming
very deliberate, well thought out.
All right. I tell you what, we should follow the GIF so that we're not backwards from the pug strat. How about that?
We definitely didn't have a
Did you move
50-50
Steve
chance.
closer?
Wait, who's pugging this?
Yeah, that's brave.
Well, I'm just saying there could be a chance,
My hat is
Not
off to
saying-
you.
a
sir.
chance that some person might not make it for raid night and we have to fill with a pug.
Oh, that is true. Okay, sure.
So we're going 1-to-1 to the GIF then, right?
We're going 1-to-1 with the GIF. The
Okay.
healer will be at 2 o'clock. DPS will be at 10 o'clock.
Can I just say that I
Like-
think we could have figured this out, but I'd be very curious what our strategy would have been.
It would have taken weeks, dude. We weren't
Benny
even on the right
Hill.
track.
I don't think so. I just
We
but
were-
the
Yeah,
we
we
spent
were.
a really long time talking about it. We didn't actually try it.
Alright, spoilers, there's a second Hello World. We would not have finished this before the next raid, the next expansion.
I said this mechanic. No comment about anything else.
All right, we have 12 minutes. Let's see if we can get through that much of it, just through the GIF.
Wait, a second Hello World? That's fucking stupid.
Spoiler.
The thing is, if we get the strategy down, you can use the same strategy for that one as well.
Still stupid.
Should be okay. Yeah, it goes ahead.
Stack.
That's it. That right there.
D. Break the tank tether. Terminals are up. I'm glad that we got this part down. Kind of.
Oh, son, that's weird how that works.
Did we go early? It looked like it was off us.
It was early on Carrot and Cat, but not anymore. So Carrot's gonna have the first one. Or
I do not have the first one, so I'm
I have the
splitting
oh, I should
at
have
1. Whoever has the short one comes to 1. Whoever has the short one comes to 1.
I'm missing someone to get hit by the... Oh, everyone's dying, never mind.
I got.
Right. So not only was I early or late to the first one, I didn't even go to the second. Kill 2 people.
I did mine right. I want to be on record saying I did it right.
So let's see, there's 4 possible scenarios for DPS. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, you have blue, nothing, short, or long.
You know, and the last time this happened is a AA.
Yeah, I'm having a flashback.
Back up. D. Break the tank tether. Ant rolls up. Back up. Alright, get ready to check your debuffs. Make sure you know if it's long or short. Alright. Short debuff on 1. Long debuff on 2. Short debuff swap to 2. No.
Oh, I did that backwards, my bad. Rip.
Why? Why?
Alright. Well, you're 100% dead. And so now with this critical error, I'm going to D, I think, right?
Yeah. Well,
I'm
there's
going
only 2 people.
Oh shit, no, you're going to B.
Why would
I go to D.
Oh,
you're
why?
Left, right? Right?
What?
You're lowering the priority, so you go to the right.
Did we say that ever? Okay. My bad.
Isn't that how we always do it?
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So I'll always be going to B if I'm the last explosion. I'm the last on the list, right?
Yeah. I mean, we do priority goes from left to right.
Okay.
And it will go onto, I think, was it the last tank again? Hang on a second, let me watch this GIF again.
What are the durations on the 2, the short and long?
Like 8 and 12?
8-12.
Okay.
I
And so
don't think the red dot
Yeah.
tank gets anything else. Just
No,
the
wait.
red dot.
No, it's the tank, the blue debuff tank will get the last red dot.
Yeah.
When he does the critical thing. So tank will be due north, and then DPS will be east and west, based on your priority. And in case you don't know your priority, it's Tylita's 1, Salanta's 2, Midori's 3, placeholders 4.
Default party sort order. Of course, you can't see your own position.
That's what I was telling people.
It's weird because when I P-sort, it puts Salinta at the bottom. Which is usually where casters go, but I have no idea why. I don't know.
Weird. Alright, stack up. Stay. Tank break. Platforms. Or panels, or whatever you want to call them. Consoles.
Oh, I see.
I'm just way too low.
Yeah.
I need to get healed up like really quick.
Oh, he's dying in between. It's not because we're too early, he's just not getting healed up in time? Okay.
Yeah, I think you need to save the X-Talk for that one, because, like, we should be able to do the first mechanic without using it. Alright. So I'm spreading stacking with 1. Alright.
And I'm just chilling until the end part, right?
No, you go to 2 now. Go to 2. And then I explode by myself.
I gotta watch this GIF some more.
Just know that like there's the 4 different types.
Oh, okay, I get it. I get it.
You don't get it blue, short, or long.
Do need
If
to
you
make
get
sure that that the person who explodes first at 1 gets healed before they go to 2, otherwise they just die.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was totally gonna die when I went over to 2, but then you ran to 1, so I lived.
Yeah, but that's what just happened there. I died because I went to 2 the correct way, so that's something we gotta make sure we do.
Yeah, so the healer who is not currently exploding needs to be the one who's healing. And it looks like the timing is such that it's the one who does not have the debuff.
Yeah, if you're at north of B, you're not in range of anything.
Yep.
Well, you know who can always be in range? Eos.
Ooh. Deep meta.
Okay. Well, let's
Maybe you should be on white mage or something. Maybe
You
that
need to shut up right now. Before you hurt yourself with somebody else.
He's turned a little bit.
Stay. Break tank. Panels. Yeah, for some reason it didn't want to go off until it was too late. Alright. Debuffs.
Yeah, between that and healing in this, it's way worse to get grab the list.
I'm going north. So Pam goes to 1, just chills there.
So I'm just chilling until I go to B later, right?
You didn't even heal for me for 10,000.
Alright, now this critical error will place it on just Tam. Oh, sorry, Tam and place it.
Tam, it should be 3 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, me. I should have been 3rd.
We did it. We did it.
We did.
We're screwed.
We did.
Oh.
Hey, new mechanics though. What's next? Use a tank buster thing, hollow ground, whatever.
Archive first.
Is it the arrows? Is it finally the
Oh, he's got hands. He's
It's
got
the
arms.
arrows? Yes!
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
I don't want to live in this world.
No idea what this
That's,
is.
no, go.
I'm going to guess they're going to
To
rotate
the left,
like
to the left.
scissors.
Everything you own in a box to the left.
Oh, jeez, why? Why?
Wow, that's cool.
This fight though.
Just be
Duty
So-
information, 2 minutes. I guess that was our last play.
it's pretty awesome.
If I get the blue one, I'm gonna have to use home gang for the explosion, because I don't have any cooldowns that'll mitigate that at that time.
Are you talking about for the when you're just by yourself?
Yeah.
It turns out you don't need a big, like, you can take it raw. I survived taking it raw. But like even just like thrill, or
I don't,
yeah,
Literally all of my cooldowns that can mitigate it are down.
Oh, it only does 57,000. You'll be fine. I mean, that is kind
Wait,
of a lot.
The critical error does 57k?
No, that only does like 20.
Alright, I got
I was gonna say there's like 30 something dollars.
swap into tank stance, pop equilibrium. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Nope. DPS.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we are.
What is this thing?
Tam's about to catch some hands.
Oh. Are you gonna play Smash?
Tam's about to catch some hands.
Alright,
We'll see.
anyone want to do expert or
Yeah.
lighthouse? I guess not lighthouse, the Orbone monastery.
I'll do either.
I'm going to go to